mean?
Like I said, we got to check in. Sister Jeannie Renee, how you doing, man? A scale of 1 to 10, mentally, physically, spiritually.
Mentally, I'll give myself a 6.
A 6. Why? Because you almost at that borderline right there.
I don't know, my mind is always all over the place. Think about a million things at one time.
Yeah.
I know I got so much I got to do, but I don't know what to do. Like,
it's that one step at a time. Like they say, 1,000-mile journey always starts with the first step. So it's really about figuring out that first step. It'll lessen the confusion.
Yeah, but I overthink a lot. It's just like, what if that one step was the wrong step? Like, what if I was supposed to do this instead?
That's hesitating, man. We got to walk by faith, baby. I'm with you, though. I'm with you. So a 6, that's why we got to check in. So that's something that we do need to,
physically, trying to get right. Trying to
flex on the right one time.
Trying to get right.
Okay.
All that.
Won't do too much. Done been long enough. My scars are shaped like circles. They remind me of us. Kept on going round and round. First you stepped to care, then my love ran out. Had no time to raise a man. So I so angry you meant that I changed. I still do love you, just not in that way. I want you to live your life and find the purpose that lives inside of you.
All right, family. We thank you guys for rocking with us. We right back at it. Somebody got their phone on. Put your volume down, please. But we salute y'all. Right back at it. Late Night Love Ties. We got the big family in here tonight. Pastor Gabriel, Youth Believe Ministry. We want to say what's up. Say what's happening to everybody. Before we begin and get into these conversations, some way, somehow, we keep getting Sister Kizzy back in the room. I don't know. I thought we had even Brother Frankie back in the room. I thought we done chase these people off, man. Some reason they keep coming back. At the end of the day, man, we got to get that gospel some way, somehow, right?
Yes, sir.
And we got individuals listening, so we're going to get to it. So starting from the left side of the room, Sister Nisha, how you doing, Sister Nisha?
I'm doing good. God is good, so he working on me every day. So that's how I'm doing.
Amen.
Don't do that.
Sister Kiz, is that mic close enough for you?
Yeah.
She was ready. How you doing, Sister Kizzy?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great, thank God. I'm great. Who that is in the cut with the hat on, man? Unabomber in the building. How you doing, Sister Shella?
A-Peace Queen.
Hi, Pastor.
Yes. A-Peace Queen. I love it.
I like that too.
A-Peace Queen.
Right there. How you doing, Sister Jeannie Renee?
I'm good, cooling, chilling.
Man, last night was beautiful. The Foster and Royalty.
Thank you so much.
Nah, I see y'all on to something, man. If y'all ain't catch that, please, man, follow the YouTube page. You're definitely gonna see it on us. Foster and Royalty, man. Want to talk about conversations that young women are having right now. That's something that y'all need to keep looking out for. Foster and Royalty. You got the Mayor Frank. How you doing, brother?
Pose baixo.
Pose yourself, my man.
Pose.
Você nem tão cool. Pose yourself,
we good, family.
1,000%.
Man, we good.
With that being said, man, I do want to do a check-in, right? I want to check in, man, see how everybody doing, man. Mentally, physically, spiritually. We can start right there with the Mayor. Mayor Frank, how you doing, man? Mentally, physically, spiritually. How you doing, my brother? Scale of 1 to 10 for me, please.
Mentally?
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
That's real. That's why we got to check in.
Yeah, mentally, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm going with the flow. Other times I feel like I'm there. It's a lot going on right now in the world.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Having kids, a family, you know what I mean? Different type of decisions, being the head of the household. Everything is on you. You know what I mean? So it's like, mentally, I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing mentally, honestly. That's a good question, but everything else
I
physically,
mean,
I'm
scale
good.
scale of 1 to 10. Don't just skip over it, man. What you feeling? What you feeling? Because I know at least you keeping your head above water. That's one thing we
Of
do know for
course.
sure.
I feel like
We need it in the community.
I feel like everybody go through mental health every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like for me to sugarcoat and be like, man, I'm amazing. I'll be lying to you.
Yeah. Only
It's
God
just-
is perfect.
Yeah, it's just the day-to-day things, you know. The fact that I'm here, I know that I'm good, but mentally, you know, I overthink a lot of things in this season. I mean, especially everything that's going on. But from 1 to 10, I think it fluctuates. So I say I'm in between. I'm like a 5. Sometimes I'm 10. You know what I mean? And you guys can't forget, I deal with a population that's always mentally ill. So that's a lot of things I bring home. You know what I mean? So it's just gotta filter all that out. But I'm good, family.
All right. What about physically, man? Spiritually?
Physically, I'm still chubby. But I'm making changes. You know what I mean? I got a trainer. In about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, you guys gonna see a different man walking in here.
Hey.
So physically, I'm all right. I'm going through this transition with my hair, where it's called the ugly stage. So I'm trying to, you know.
It's beautiful.
Ali led. But aside from that, fam, I'm good. I'm good. I promise you, I'm good.
Spiritually?
Spiritually, I don't want to use the word confused. I'm kind of I feel like God is silent with me this season spiritually. So I feel like I'm kind of speaking the wrong way or saying the wrong things or repeating the wrong the same prayers.
One thing I've learned though, when we feel like God is being silent, sometimes it's because He told us to do something, we ain't do it yet.
Exactly, and that's what I mean. But I think I'm praying the same prayer over and over again. So I'm kind of stepping back right now in my spiritual life.
Yes, sir.
And trying to figure out what it is that I'm missing.
Amen.
Because usually He on point, He on time. So He's always on time. I ain't say usually, my bad. Yeah.
Nah,
so
come on, you speaking from a human point of view.
Yeah.
I can't knock it. Can't knock it.
yeah. So spiritually, I'm just trying to figure out what's next. You know what I mean?
Like I said, we got to check in. Sister Jeannie Renee, how you doing, man? A scale of 1 to 10, mentally, physically, spiritually.
Mentally, I'll give myself a 6.
A 6.
Mm.
Why? Because you almost at that borderline right there.
I don't know, my mind is always all over the place. Think about a million things at one time.
Yeah.
I know I got so much I gotta do, but I don't know what to do. Like,
It's that one step at a time. Like they say, 1,000-mile journey always starts with the first step. So it's really about figuring out that first step. It'll lessen the confusion.
yeah, but I overthink a lot. It's just like, what if that one step was the wrong step? Like, what if I was supposed to do this instead?
That's hesitating, man. We got to walk by faith, baby. I'm with you, though. I'm with you. So a 6. That's why we got to check in. So that's something that we do need to,
Physically, trying to get right. You know, trying to,
flex on the right one time.
trying to get right.
Huh? Okay.
All that. But
Spiritually?
spiritually, I'm healing.
Amen.
Trying to grow, get a better relationship with God, because it's not that great right now. Right now, not that great. It could be better.
Let's keep it real. Sister Shelly, how you doing, mama?
I'm great. That's funny because me and Judy's going through the same thing with
A little closer to the mic, please.
physically also a 6 because I do think a lot. And now I have a whole lot of time in my head
Of course.
to think a lot.
Of
So
course.
all
We
I
ain't
do
got to
is-
go too deep. We understand.
Yeah, all I do is think.
Yeah.
Spiritually, I think my walk is getting stronger.
Amen.
I'm, reading my Bible more, praying more, talking to God more, trying to make that relationship stronger. And emotionally, I think I'm on a good 8.
Mm.
Yeah, so
That's good.
That's that good balance. I can't count. Good balance. Sister Kizzy, how you doing, mama? Mentally, physically, spiritually. Not everybody hitting the gym hard like, Sheldon and Esther, man, but we trying over here a little bit. We trying.
Mentally, I'm probably at a 7.
Okay.
I'm at a 7.
A little closer, please.
Spiritually, I'm going to say at a 4.
Mm.
Because technically it's my fault. I'm not going to blame nobody but myself
Okay.
when it comes to searching for God and being consistent. Because my thing is I'm not consistent.
Okay.
So I'm
Would you
at
say this 4 is your lowest point?
no, not at all. You and I both know my
Yeah.
lowest point has been 0.
So that's what I'm saying. So you've built up.
Yeah, I've
And
built up, but I know for
At least your
fact
low point now is a 4 as
Mhm.
opposed to,
was 0.
yeah.
And I don't know, I'm all right. And then I know not mentally, I keep comparing myself to other people in their situations. So on that one, I'm probably at a 5.
That's why we got to check in with each other. And honestly, it's even deeper than just doing it right here on the radio. Like, you feel me? The fact that you guys are being vulnerable and being true with what you guys are saying, I appreciate it 100%. But you know, you got friends and family out there that need these little check-ins too. Like, you know, like they need somebody to hit them up. You know what I'm saying? To just see how you doing. Like, it ain't about giving them advice sometimes. It's just by literally calling somebody and saying, how you doing today? Brother Frankie's he's very good at that, in all honesty. Brother Frankie, he won't even hang up the phone without saying, man, how you doing, man? What can I do for you? That's something that we do appreciate, and that's something that we do need more of in our community. But to keep it going, Sister Nisha, how you doing, mama? Scale of 1 to 10, what we doing mentally, physically, spiritually?
Mentally, my head is everywhere, just like Jeannie, but mentally, I'm also learning about myself more and more and accepting who I am and what God has called me to be. I'm also with Kizzy, with comparing myself a little bit, but you know, God is working through that. So I would say mentally 5, 6. Spiritually is not that good. Frankie said that God is silent with him, like spiritually, but I'm silent with God. I hear him, but it's like the things that he wants me to do, I'm just like, I'm not ready yet. I don't know if I could do it. So with that, I'm like at like a 5. Physically, I know I look good. That's what it is. But you know, I'm still trying to like get right, get a little bit more right. But yeah,
I love the confidence.
Yes.
Nah, I mean, it's ain't ain't nothing beautiful. Ain't nothing more beautiful than confidence, man.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing more beautiful than confidence. So I appreciate you guys for being vulnerable. We're gonna take a little break, come back with it, and start this conversation. But I thank you guys, man. And for y'all that are listening, that feel like, you know, sometimes you feel like when the weight of the world is on you, sometimes you feel like you're the only one that's going through that situation, the only one that's feeling that type of way. But so it's very important when you hear young people, you know what I'm saying, your peers telling you that they struggling too. And it's more about what am I going to do next, you know? We all have different things that we stress about, man. But I appreciate you guys one time again for opening up, man. God bless y'all. I just pray that we can grow spiritually, mentally, and physically together. All right, family. All love, all love, all love. So I appreciate everybody that which, you know, is tuned in, and everybody that which, you know, as far as those that which are on the panel tonight, man, that opened up a little bit in regards to how they feeling going through this little season. I do want to ask though, man, as we start this conversation on Late Night Love Ties, I don't even know where we're gonna go with this, man, but in regards to a strong-willed woman, right? As we know, last week, Brother Maine knows this personally, man. They felt like we was attacking them. The women felt like we was attacking them heavy last week. So, a strong-willed woman can be an asset, right? What are the perks of having a woman who has her life in order? I guess we're going to start with the brothers on that one. Brother Frankie, how you feel about it, man?
Oh, nah, man, I gotta, OG, man, I gotta hear from you, fam.
Sometimes the OG gotta sit back and listen first. Go ahead.
Man, I've never met a woman that had everything all together. So for me,
that's real.
I don't know. I don't think there's any perks in that. Honestly,
You don't think there's any perks in a woman having everything together?
nah. It all depends on what you mean by all together. Like all together for me, or all together, period.
All together for herself.
For herself.
In regards to,
She's
you know,
on-
where you already married. So let's say you would have met your wife in a position where she already had a great paying job. She already had her own home. She was already straight in regards to everything she needed personally was set in stone,
Mhm.
and you are bringing yourself. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, that's pressure. You know, she's already there. She's already. I don't know. I just never met somebody that's been there before.
Repeat the question.
That's a good
It's
question.
a strong-willed woman can be an asset, right? We speaking as far as like being an asset. What are the perks? Like, what are the beneficial things that a strong-willed woman brings to a relationship?
It helps. It's somewhat of a, like, say you don't have all your things together. First of all, a lot of women are taught don't deal with a guy who ain't got his stuff together, especially if she so-called got her stuff together. But that's where it comes with what you mean stuff together, because some girls can have the degree and the money,
Go
but their
ahead.
mental ain't there.
1,000.
So they
1,000.
still ain't got it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And some they're great people, but they don't have the financials or the credential part. So it's really about what part helps you, as like what you might be missing as a man.
All right, so let's go directly into it. What are some characteristics that you look for in a woman? Like initially, in regards, like this is your first conversation. Not to say that you're gonna try to ask deep questions on the first date, but what's certain things that you look for?
Flaws.
You look for flaws first,
Absolutely.
and why?
Because I'm able to build off that. You know what I mean? Like I'm able to touch up on that. I'm able to speak on that. I'm able to have a conversation on that. A lot of men go straight for the, man, you look good. Man, you got everything together, but you knowing that, like you said, mentally you're not there. So why not tap into that?
And I feel like personally, some women, they gonna hesitate to give you that part. Like as far as flaws, like that honeymoon phase is real.
Mm-hmm.
And in regards to like flaws, that's gonna take a while for them to even feel vulnerable enough to even show you those flaws. I feel like.
Well, women, I mean, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know if men usually just come out and just start speaking about that. You know what I mean? Like it's always like spitting game and making you feel good about yourself. And then when that honeymoon phase is over with, that's when the flaws we start talking about. Man, you don't cook. your eggs ain't got salt. You know what I mean? Like certain things. You know what I mean? Like things like that. When in all reality, since day one, like it's been like that. But I never wanted to tell you about it. You know? So
For me, like when I was in school, most of my peers, the dudes, they only looked at like maybe her looks or like how cool she was. And the chick who looked good already somewhat used to seem like they already got it. And they'll be shocked when the first thing I say is like, yo, what's your GPA? And they're like, they literally look at me like, why does that matter? But that definitely matters. When we in school, like we in school, and they shocked. Like, what you mean? Like, what do you mean? What I mean?
Everybody else been approaching them by their body, by their face.
Chick that didn't even know what I meant by
The
what's
word
your
GPA.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh Lord, that's my answer right there.
Come on.
Like all the looks and all that.
Yeah.
That's a plus, but that's not like what I'm looking for. Cause I can, you can make a chick bad or whatever. If you around them enough and you're vibe enough, she gonna be beautiful to you anyway.
absolutely.
So I look for like independence. Everybody need help, but more like people who think they gonna go get it on their own. Some people think about, I always got these crutches. If I hear this chick talking and she say her goals, and all her goals include like what she gonna do to reach you, I start thinking about what I could do to help her. But if I just had one dude who could like sponsor me, you're like, oh Lord.
Sponsor. Sponsor. That's a
Then
big.
it's like, why
I know
sponsor
Jeannie likes
you
that
when
word.
you won't even, no,
I know
sponsoring,
Jeannie love that word.
You
Sponsor.
deserve sponsoring. You earn sponsoring. You earn sponsoring. You don't just come to the table and expect sponsoring, because if you want to sponsor yourself, why would I sponsor you?
You're not investing in yourself.
But
You
if
can't expect
down to
nobody to invest in
put
you.
everything into you,
Yeah.
and I see the grind and the drive,
Yes, sir.
So that's one thing I look at, her independence and her drive. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's a beautiful thing.
And her mind.
So like Sister Kizzy, we understand, right, that for some men, I was having a conversation with a young woman last night. For some women that have a great paying job or have their own business, it's intimidating for some guys to even approach women like that. Do you agree or disagree with that statement, that some women can come off intimidating to guys?
I do agree with that. Sometimes I feel like they always want to wear the pants, and it's okay. Like, don't think that a woman doesn't want you to wear the pants, but there's gonna be situations where a woman is gonna have her stuff together, and you might have to take not necessarily a back seat, but she got it. If that makes any sense.
But you speaking from a financial standpoint only, or
Financial standpoint.
okay?
I think in general, because I had a friend that one time told me, she said the reason why I have problems connecting with men is because I got my stuff together, and that the men are intimidating. And she was just like, you need to lower. I shouldn't tell them everything. And I'm like, hold on, you want me to do what?
Well, that was her advice to you.
That was her advice to me, and you know the person too.
Yeah, let's not say it on
I
live.
kind of understand her advice, even though it sucks for you, because some dudes instantly, if they find out like you got your stuff together, you start looking like a lick. They start looking like, yo, I can like
Let me
use
flip
her
that.
to
Let me flip
build.
that text for you.
Like, you know. So if you sometimes, like what I tell my friends sometimes who do have a lot to offer, I said, bro, come like you don't, like you're the worst person. Like you ain't
Yeah,
got
she
nothing
told me
to
that,
offer.
and I just
And it
felt
sucks
so.
that you have to
I
do
felt
that.
so disrespected too, though.
But
For
it's
real.
like that because just like a man who knows they're already expected to provide, if he known for having the bag or got his stuff together,
That can't
that
be first
chick
quarter.
probably already got told
Yeah.
in her ear like, yo, that boy got it. So guess what I got to do sometime? Pull up in the worst whip or
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
the worst food or just look like I got the worst.
Just keep it
going
real
on
first
to
quarter.
see
Yeah.
If she
Me.
like me or what I got
Right.
to offer.
Right.
So the advice your friend gave you, it does suck to have to be like that, but I understand why she said it.
I felt so disrespected. When
You
she
felt
said that.
disrespect. Is it a pride thing for you in regards to a woman? Because I know right now it's a phase where a lot of women do feel the need to be more independent, and I respect it 100%. So, being the fact that you have built yourself up, do you take pride in that?
I do. I really do, because I came from a long way
Mhm.
to building myself up. And I'm not saying that I need somebody to take care of everything for me,
course.
but it's just like for me to lower myself because you don't have it together, I can't do that.
It's draining.
It is.
Oh, and the lower yourself part, I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I mean, holding back.
Keep that mic high for me, dog. Yeah.
Oh, the lowering part, I don't agree with. Don't ever lower yourself.
Please.
You didn't grind and do what you did and sacrifice to get where you to lower for someone who probably was half stepping and had a silver spoon and rather take the plastic spoon. Like don't
Right.
lower yourself for don't lower yourself. I meant hold back what you got to offer as far as telling them. Let him earn that and let him find that out on his own if he's worth finding that. That's the part I meant I agree with. But
So
don't
what-
ever lower yourself for anyone.
Why do you think it's draining, Jeannie?
Because why should I change how I am because you don't got it all together yet? Why do I have to lower my standards? Oh, like we was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, keep going.
Why do I have to lower my standards because you're not at where I want to be? That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you climbing up a ladder, you see a bit down there. You just gotta try to pick them up. You're gonna break the ladder. Y'all gonna both fall.
Right.
Y'all both just gonna crumble.
Nah, I can't knock it. So would you say it's an insecurity, Brother Frankie, for a man to even feel the need that you like? Of course, man is not saying by any means for the woman to lower her standards by any means. He specifically said what he said. But do you think a woman that feels the need to, man, I can't show it all right now because I might not be able to find anybody? Do you think that a man that which feels like she should lower her standards is insecure?
Nah, I mean, I get what brother Jermaine's saying, but I want to see everything up front. You know what I mean? Like she said, she worked so hard to have that.
Exactly.
So like if he's the one, you know what I mean? Like I shouldn't have to alter that, or she's the one, I shouldn't have to alter that. Yo, this is me. This is what I have. This is what it is. What it is, and I should be able to discern. Like I should have discernment to know that. Oh snap! Nah, she coming off a little. I don't know. Let me kind of, you know what I mean, engage in that. Let me kind of step back a little bit. But for me to just say, I'm gonna pull up in a little Yoda when I know I got a Hyundai Genesis, that 2021 Hyundai Genesis at the crib, I felt like I'm being fake. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that you good. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, like, when you say like hold back, it's kind of like, it's not like kind of like what humbleness is. Like, just humble yourself. You know when to show out, and you know when to just manly.
It's not showing out though. It's you. Like,
But
it's what I
there's
built.
I
You know
said
what
it
I'm saying?
before. There's a thin line between cockiness and confidence.
Yeah, I heard
like,
that yesterday. Yeah,
But
I heard
I'm
that.
just saying, like, know when you're being confident and when you're being cocky.
And
It's not saying like it's bad to just show out